tiny island over there. The eastern side of the Western Gate. I'm committed now to run through all the streets of the village. This is theory with all the homework done. I should be able to just chill out tomorrow. Morning! So today I've come here to this coastal town called Santa Pola, which is an interesting town as such. There are a few things to see, although it's not the purpose for today. But there is, for example, there is a Roman villa, there is a castle, or fortress rather. There are some salt marshes that are full of flamingos. Quite nice. There's an interesting safari too. So I had a rather bad night again. Not for the same reasons as the previous night, but typical things like the pillow was not my pillow. Then the room temperature was much too high, which I finally managed to regulate, but I was like sweating buckets. And then also I woke up at 2 a.m. Hearing very loud moaning coming from my neighbors. So yeah, at first I thought, okay, they're having a great time, it will stop in a moment, but it actually lasted from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. So I'm pretty sure it was actually not live action, it was rather a movie, but so loud. And then also I probably had just a little bit too much food for dinner last night. Okay, that was my fault. But it was so good. So yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
So today Garmin said my training readiness was at 4%, even lower than yesterday, which is not great at all. But yeah, we'll see what we can make of the day. So my purpose for today is to take you to this tiny island over there called Tabarca. So if you like snorkeling, the island is a real little paradise. It's actually a protected marine reserve, not only for fish but also the seabed and the seaweeds. The island is about 1 mile long and pretty narrow. At this point it's actually just perhaps 30-40 meters. The widest is probably like 300 meters. The eastern side of the island is actually pretty much wild. So what I'm gonna do is run around it. In fact, it's technically not an island, but rather an archipelago, because there are a few tiny islets around it. Okay, fortress here, right in the middle of the island. So access to these islets is actually forbidden because they are protected. And I'm reaching now the lighthouse. Okay, I'm reaching the end of it. So I guess I'll come back. I'll come back on the other side now. It's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. Okay, that's actually a tiny graveyard here in the eastern side of the island. There are a few small beaches like this around the island. They're not at their best right now because we've had strong storms during the last 4 weeks. So, but I guess in the summer that should be better. So another glance at the tower fortress, which I read it was once used as a prison, as a jail. In fact, you can notice that the access door is located about 2 meters from the ground for enhanced security. They've built some stairs now, but they weren't there originally. Okay, I'm back to the harbor now. So on the western side of the island there's a tiny hamlet that dates back from the 18th century that I'm gonna have a look at now. So this is the eastern gate that forms part of the whole walls around the village. The village is actually inhabited. It has around 50 inhabitants. It's communicated to mainland by this little ferry that I took, and also there is a helicopter service in case of emergency. This is the Grand Plaza Grande, main square. Although there are not too many inhabitants, there are a few B&Bs where you can spend the night if you like snorkeling, for example. Also quite a few restaurants. That's the end of the village. You can see some remainings of the wall, and that's the western gate. Yeah, the wall. There's another little islet here that is protected, not accessible. Church. So I'm committed now to run through all the streets of the village. It's actually pretty cool. You can run all around the village on the walls that are pretty well preserved. Okay, this is the northern gate, which used to be the entrance to the citadel in the 18th century, and this here is where the original harbor was located before they moved it a little bit further over there. Lunchtime. Locally captured octopus, captured by the owner of the restaurant, same as the squid. So this is rockfish cauldron, which is the specialty of the island, local specialty, which is, to be honest, the main reason why I came here today. Okay, it's quite laborious to eat because you got to extract all the little tiny bits of meat from the head of the fish, and lots of spines. You got to extract the meat from the jaw, the cheeks, and yeah, it's not only the cauldron, but they actually cook the fish in this cauldron to obtain the fumé. And then they serve it as a first dish, and the second dish is the rice, which is the real reason why I came here today. Okay, I think I've managed to extract all the flesh now. Wow, it's so delicious. It's actually a very thin layer of rice. Okay, just to round it up. That was a good lunch. So I asked the owner about the tradition of this cauldron dish, and she told me that in the old days this village was home of about 500 families. Nowadays there are only 20 people living in the winter. But yeah, 500 families, pretty much all fishermen, and they used to go out at sea during half a year, and then while at sea they were cooking the rockfish that had no value, that they couldn't sell. So they were cooking them in this kind of cauldron with the rice, and that's the origin of the dish. And she also told me that not so long ago, maybe 40-50 years ago, there used to be a lot of tuna around here, which they were fishing with a technique called in Spanish almadraba. Unfortunately, there's no tuna anymore. This here is where the helicopter lands when needed, in case of emergency. I just missed the bus to go back from Santa Pola to Elche, so I have actually a little bit of time to show you the Roman villa. So this house is here because in Roman times Santa Pola was the harbor of the city of ELCHE. That's the name of the current Elche. And very interesting mosaics. Okay, and this is Santa Pola's castle. Oh, let's go inside. Alright, I'm back at my hotel room. In the end, it's been around 15 kilometers of a very light, easy jog today, adding up all the chunks. So nothing crazy. But my body feels tired after 2 nights of very bad sleep and probably too much food. So I hope I'll have better sleep tonight. I'll have a very light dinner, and yeah, with the only mission of enjoying the race tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed this little weekend in Elche, and I'll see you in the race tomorrow. And in the meantime, if you run around, remember to look around. Ciao.